Hello, 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 and welcome to day 7 of Rules of the Game. Can you believe that we got into day 7? Day 7, you guys are going to love this. But before we go through day 7, we are going to do a debrief on day 6. And the first thing I'm going to ask you is, did you compliment your 4, I'm looking at this black page, right? Did you compliment your 4 people? Everybody give me a thumbs up. You did your compliment day. Did you shop for new clothes? We didn't really shop for new clothes. Did you create your mission statements from day 1? Yeah, right? We had to do those. Did you do the posture exercises? Get movie recommendations from strangers. Michael still hasn't given me a movie recommendation, I don't think. But I did go to the movies the other night with my son. We went to see Fantastical Beasts. So that was a good one. So you have to, if you have any outstanding work to do, get that done today. And today, we're going to open up our form a little bit and add a few things to the form. So yesterday, we had to free our mind, right? We had to free our mind and say something nice to somebody. So any debriefing, anybody want to comment on what we did yesterday, freeing our mind or debriefing? Nobody? That's kind of self-explanatory, pretty easy. Okay. This will leave us open for today. Now, this is so important. That first paragraph of day 7, learn to open. I think that is the most difficult thing that we do. Michael taught us form, right? And Linda, you're doing form, so remind people what form is.
Form is to say where it's from, occupation, creation, and motivation. You ask them those 4 questions. Of course, you wait for answers. You don't do it in one fell swoop.
Right, right. And you don't machine gun form. But right. Did you guys read? I think it's is it number, I don't remember which one it is, but the Chris Rock method. So I think a lot of people, we're going to have to like PG rate our Chris Rock method, right? But I could see this as we're doing our forum, they're probably saying, what business are you trying to invite me in? What business are you trying to invite me in? We're not going to say that other thing that Chris Rock says, right? But that's what they're saying in their head. Because if they're with somebody who's been doing it for a while, people who are experts in this, like Michael, people who are experts in this, form them automatically. We've been forming them. So what we're breaking out of is the form. What? We're going to ask them an unexpected question. Now, it's not quite as easy as when you're in a bar and you ask a bunch of women about what your male friends should do. That's a little bit easier to do, I think, than what we have to do. But we have to ask them an off-the-wall question, a question that can in no way, shape, or form really lead us to inviting them to our opportunity, right? So that would be a totally off-the-wall opener. So I've been using, what kind of goals do you have for 2017? Oh my God, that is so obvious that I'm going to invite them to my opportunity, right? That just, that's not a great one. But how many oceans are there? And what are their names? That's a great one. I kind of like that one. I'm going to try that one out today. Who has one that they're going to try out today? Do you guys have your great opener that has nothing to do with your business, that you think you can get a response? And I'm going to have to say, of course, no Googling allowed. Who has one? Who's thought of one? Michael, do you have one? I have you muted, my. Oh, I muted me instead of unmuted you. Now you're unmuted. Okay, go ahead.
I got to mute myself. Well, I was waiting for them to chime in because, yesterday we had this experience again yesterday where we went to a nice restaurant and the girl walked by and said, so how was your dinner? And I said, this has to be the best sushi we've ever had. And the restaurant had nothing to do with sushi. And the girl, she just dead looked me in the eye. She goes, We get that a lot. People do like our sushi here. And just walk away.
That's awesome. She was awesome. Okay, so now, Michael, your challenge is to bring that online.
Exactly.
You do great out in the real world. You are a master. I love watching you. Bring that online. What are you going to do online?
Well, what I normally do online is I ask people off the wall stuff already. How did the economy treat you last year? But then they know that I'm fishing for an opportunity at that point. Yeah. So what I normally do is if I ask people, I ask them, where do you find your content at? What's the hottest tool that you use? I see that you have great success. I can't do what you do, but maybe you can direct me to maybe some of the content that you use or where you find your content. And I usually
off the wall like your sushi question, though.
Well, no, but to them it is because they normally look at me and they go, "What are you talking about?" So they kind of get like into a. Problem is, a lot of them are already following me. So when I go to message them, they're like, "Well, I was going to ask you that same question." So it's different for me when it's online. If I'm trying to talk to somebody brand new, though, I usually do it by really taking the time and liking, sharing, and commenting on 3 or 4 things over a 2-day period.
On their wall.
On their wall. And it doesn't matter how weird it is, what they're doing. I don't care how goofy it is. I try to make a comment, even when it's something that I'm not totally into. I try to find words that make them go, And then he's back again. He's back again. He's back. So over a 48-hour, I've probably touched them probably 3 or 4 times.
So our mission today is to come up with some strange thing. Asking them what movies they might recommend could be a good opener, right? That's an okay thing. Yep. Asking them how's the weather over there up in that area of town or whatever, that's an okay thing, right? So today I'm going to go to Aurora and check out an oven. I have a double oven that the top oven has gone out on. So I'm running over to Aurora to go to check out my double oven. I might ask them what's the favorite thing about their oven. I don't know, something I care about, but is no way going to lead into a business op conversation.
Right.
Right? That's the clue about today. We want to disarm them. This is the manipulation part, but really we want to disarm them and just have a conversation and not have them think that we're going to lead into a biz op conversation. Because let me tell you, if you have these conversations, they won't all lead to a business op because you're going to be able to sort in a new way possible. I just read this morning that one of our teammates, Alicia, had like 14,000 hits, 14,000 traffics, and didn't even get a single $7 sale. There is something wrong there, right? There's no sorting going on, or everything's being sorted out. Get out of here, right? So we need to learn through these conversations how to direct people who might be interested in us into a different pot than people are totally not interested in us. And asking them off-the-wall questions not at all related to business will help us open conversations with more people that we might not ever, like if we went to a Corgi dog page, right? Go to a different kind of group. Don't go to a business group. Go to a Corgi dog group. You can ask them things like, gosh, snowsuits for my Corgi are really expensive. Where do you get yours? I don't know what you'd ask them, but something weird like that, right?
You could also ask, in a lot of their pictures and stuff, if you're into design or if you're into cooking, you can ask them, say, hey, listen, I saw that you put up a picture. What restaurant was that? Or right. what recipe was that? Or, I noticed your background in your house. Are you an interior designer? I could sure use some tips on dressing up my place. Or what technology are you using? I mean, there's a lot of different things. What are you reading? If they're putting out a lot of good stuff, you can ask them, like, what do you recommend? What books? Especially the interior design question. That one always works.
So you guys look a little lost today. Go, Linda.
I did a what's your favorite movie and what's your favorite line. Pretty much, I don't know movies, obviously, because I've not seen but two.
Yeah, clearly some of those lines, Linda, you should have known. I looked at that. I'm like, what do you mean she doesn't know that?
I know. I was like, well, 2 out of 40 movies, maybe I know. Huh?
Right, but that's on your Facebook wall. Would you have those same conversations if you were just chatting with someone? Yeah. These are in those individual Facebook chats, but that was great on your wall. I had great success with your favorite Christmas movie, right? That was great on my
wall. Always. Yeah.
Right? It's also a great opener, right? You can say, my son and I are going to go to a movie. What do you recommend? Totally off the wall, totally not related to a business op. Let's get to know people. Let's take the fear of, you want to give me D out of the equation, right?
Yeah.
Out of the equation. I'm not going to say that on a broadcast, but I mean, I'm just reading that, and I'm reading it in Chris Rock's voice, and I am cracking up. Yeah. I can't believe my kids didn't hear me. I was laughing out loud this morning when I was reading that, because I get up early and I read that, just before this. Oh my gosh, it cracked me up. But that's exactly, when we're forming people, that's exactly what they're saying. So make sure they're open. Let's totally take them off the wall. Surprise people. People like to be surprised, honestly, they do. Because when you do something unexpected, they don't know how to react. You disarm them, right? You disarm them. So it's a really great thing, and I'm excited to try today. I hope everybody has done the work caught up to today. Michelle, how are you doing? Since you're having to watch the replays, are you doing okay being caught up?
I am extremely behind. I've been working 15, 16 hours. I'm exhausted. So this is the reason why I have to work for myself. Because I'm tired of working for other people. But I'm going to get back on that horse, especially we have snow out there. We have lots of snow. And so I'm going to be able to work from home, and that's going to definitely allow me some time, some space to do a couple of things that I definitely need to do. I am very behind though.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you're catching up. It's not good that you're behind, but it's good that you're not afraid of catching up, because these aren't hard things. I mean, if you do lesson 6 and then lesson 5 and whatever, that would be okay, because you're asking 4 or 5 people a day something. It's okay. You can catch up. It's not a problem. Well, you could go the morning without showering and then shower in the afternoon. I wanted to ask you guys, though, I had a weird opener right on my Facebook wall yesterday, right? Did you guys read that? Leslie has hurt me so much with her IG training. Did you see that on my wall? That was a good opener. Not a ton of people responded, but one of the ladies that I was talking to right at that minute, she did respond. She's like, how did she hurt you? And the kid said, he's a young kid. He's in the military or whatever. He's a young kid. And he goes, oh, I didn't mean hurt. I meant help. I'm like, is that a Freudian slip or what? He just introduced me to his other friend because he wanted me to help her too. And he posts on my wall that I hurt him. Like, oh my God. But that was disarming. It started a different way to open with this woman who responded, how did she hurt you? And then I'm like, that was really funny, right? Then we started a conversation. Then she joined my Funtrepreneurs group, right? Because it disarmed her. She did not expect somebody to say on my wall that I had hurt them. And then when it was a mistake, it was a conversation opener, right? A way to chat with her again about what her goals were and what she wanted. But we had a good laugh about that first, right? So that was just kind of a funny one. I still haven't met this kid. I don't know what he looks like because he doesn't have his Facebook profile up, right? But that's kind of funny. When you have something weird happen, use that as an opener with people. It's cool too. Even if it's a little weird, just laugh and say, that was funny. All right, so did you guys have a good idea of what you're going to use today? Any clues about how you're going to go out and approach people today?
Well, for me, I've already done a few. Because I've never seen snow, and all I see are these bloody pictures of snow everywhere, And then someone posted, I've had enough snow now, and I'm going, what do you mean you had enough? I haven't even seen it yet. So I just sort of,
Atlanta, Judy.
I know, somebody came back and said, it's no, I'll go to something mountain. I said, I have no idea, where is that? And she'd come back and she said, that's at the where you'll be at the event. It's there. And I went, oh, fantastic, I'm going to see snow.
Awesome, right? Awesome. It'll be great. Yeah,
it's
that's
overrated.
That is a great.
That's all very well for you to say it's overrated. I have to judge that for myself.
Exactly. So what kind of questions do you ask people about snow? What do you ask them?
Yeah, because I said I'd never been in snow, and in Australia we don't get rugged up like that. So what sort of clothes do you wear?
Oh, yeah.
And someone else said, bring warm clothing. I said, well, what do you mean by warm clothing? For me, warm clothing is to bring a cardigan. So...
You probably don't have a heavy enough jacket, right? You'll probably have to borrow something.
Judy, I'm going to take you somewhere, and I'm going to let you shovel somebody's driveway, and then you tell me if you think snow's overrated.
You're on. I'll do that.
That will be fun, as long as it's the powdery stuff, right?
No, I'm talking about
shoveling the powdery stuff.
No, I'm talking about after it's been driven over a couple times, and then it snowed again.
Right. It was 0 degrees yesterday or the day before. A couple days ago, it was 0 degrees. We'd driven out of the garage, right? So you don't understand this, Judy. When you drive over the snow, then it creates these ice marks in your driveway, right, that are slick as snot. So my son was out there shoveling, and it was kind of powdery snow, so it wasn't bad snow. And then he took his jacket off. He's in a t-shirt. He's up here talking to me, and he's like, yeah, I was going to take off my shirt too, but I thought shoveling snow shirtless in 0 degree weather would make me look like a douche. I'm like, yes, I'm glad you did. I said, but if you do, let me know, because I'll be out there taking pictures of you.
Judy, just real quick, I when I lived in Michigan, I purchased a lot. I was building a home, and in the driveway, I paid extra money to have a separate water heater.
I seriously thought about that.
And had the whole driveway. Now here's the thing, I had 140 feet of driveway. And I had it all the way out to the road. All I had to do is turn on a valve, and it would literally melt the snow off the driveway.
I would have done that, but I was a poor kid when I built my house.
This was the funniest part. I was so excited, I waited the next season. It didn't snow. And then after that, I sold the house. I never had a chance to use it. Never had a chance.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that was a big decision here. I have a custom home built, right? So I built it myself in a totally custom neighborhood, but we were 30-year-old kids when we built it. So it was already more than we could really afford together. And we're like, oh, but I so want to never have to shovel the driveway. But it was not one of those things I could afford to do. And that, of course, is not something you can do later in life. It's not like changing out your countertops for $10,000, right? Changing out and putting heating under your driveway is kind of really expensive. I seriously thought about that.
Yeah, to do a traditional driveway after the fact is probably about a good $30,000.
I would say, because you have to bust it all up, and then you
bust it all up, tow it away, then buy another. You buy a separate tank, completely different tank. That's the easiest way to do it. So that way, when you go to take a shower or you need hot water in the house, it's not gone.
I have 2 hot water heaters because my bathtub is so big.
Yeah, we had 3. That's what we had. We had one for the tubs, and then one for the house, and one for the driveway.
So you can ask people. That would be a good way to sort them, Judy. If they have a heater in their driveway, if they have a heated driveway, they definitely have enough money to join your business.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah.
Oh, it costs hundreds of dollars to keep the snow off the driveway after the fact, because then you got to pay for the gas that heats the water that puts it out.
It's going through there, right? Yeah. So they're really well off. They're the well off people. They won't balk going all in.
Yeah.
So give yourself 1 or 2 of those a month, That's all you need.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I can see it now.
That's all you need.
Judy's going to ask everybody that's got snow, do you have a heated driveway? Oh, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Driveway? Yeah, thank you very much. Goodbye.
No, I'm going to say, I was talking to someone the other day and they said their driveway's heated. What does that mean?
Yes. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Go back. Go back and get them.
Yeah.
That is great. So that gives us a great opener for today. It is a great way to open a different kind of conversation, right? A different kind of conversation that doesn't really lead into business at all. So that's our mission for today. Everybody set for that? Today? Yeah, right. All right. Any questions? Anything anybody wants to talk about? We're so fast today. Today is a good day.
Great day. Thank you so much.
One question. When we started, because I didn't have my book, and I just heard you then saying, have you done all the steps and everything? What was it about the mission statement? Did you create your...
Yes, on day one, we created a mission statement, Judy. Page, you had a slightly different book, but write 1 or 2 sentences describing how you believe other people perceive you is number 1. Number 4 is write 3 new behaviors. And then in day 1 was our mission statement somewhere.
Okay,
I'll see. Day 2 is your personal mission statement. Day 2.
Day 2, okay.
Okay, day 2, question 3. What is your personal
set your goals. Set your goals, right?
Yes. And I
filled all that out. But
just a different way of saying it, I guess. So it's question number 3. What is your personal mission? I will become blah, blah, who will, what's my claim to fame within X days?
Right, okay. Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I did that. That's okay.
All right.
Yeah, awesome.
So we will see you tomorrow, and you as well, Michelle, tomorrow?
Yes.
I'll catch up today, and we will see you tomorrow. And thanks, everybody. Great to have you here. Bye-bye.
Okay.